In this video, we are going to share with you the top 10 things that we learnt buying our first house. Now, to be honest, this video could be about an hour long.
Easily.
There's loads of stuff, but we've narrowed it down to the 10 best things that hopefully will be able to help you when you buy your first home or your second home or your third home. Whatever home you're buying, this video will help. So, should we dive straight in, babe?
Let's get into it.
Point number 1 is speak to a mortgage broker. Now, we done this early doors, didn't we? It was
Thank goodness.
the first thing that we done, basically.
Yeah.
And it helped massively because they can help you work out what you can actually afford and how much that's going to be a month.
Yeah.
And they're the two most important things, really. And that's what he asked us, didn't he?
Yeah, and it was just great to actually have that knowledge before we started looking at houses.
Yeah.
Rather than like getting disappointed if we're looking like out of our range.
And to give a rough estimate, we had both your salaries combined and then times that by 4.7. That's sort of roughly the ballpark, but it does depend on how much deposit you have. He explained loads of things. He said how much can we actually afford, made us think about it from our scenario.
And they've got connections, guys.
They do.
Utilise the connections. They can
do.
get you the best deal.
Well, we should probably say we'd advise using a broker rather than going to the bank because
Definitely.
they do have hidden deals, don't they?
Yeah.
And save you a lot of time and hassle.
So next, guys, we have a finance tracker, and if you've seen our previous videos, you will know we've spoken about this before, and it's Jordan's trusty tracker, and honestly, it is just genius.
Yeah, so all kinds of formulas going on, but we literally sat down, worked out everything we paid for each month individually, put our salaries in, and it basically fires out a number at the end based on all your expenses, how much it would be for your mortgage, council tax, all of those things, and whether or not you can actually afford it, because you've got to live as well.
Being able to save as well after you move in.
Exactly that. So I would advise doing that. Lovely jubbly.
So next, guys, viewing the properties that you would like to buy.
With your own eyes.
With your own eyes. Guys, I know there's videos online, there's pictures, there's all this fancy stuff. You cannot get the space awareness online. So guys, please visit.
Wide angle lenses is what they use.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. You'll make a room look like a blooming hall. Remember that house we went to? We were like, oh, this will be lovely. The front door opened into the living room and it was like we walked into a cave. Oh dear.
It was tiny, the light was
Dark.
off.
From that moment we knew you have to go and see. Go and view the houses. So that was viewing houses, but there is also a little tip, and it's a good trick, that is searching for sold houses. And you can do that on Rightmove. If you Google sold listings, Rightmove, it will come up. It's a different section of the site. And that really helped us. Not only can you nosy and look at all the pics and see what has been sold, it gives you the price as well and the date it's sold. You can kind of work out the market, what's happening, if it's going up, going down. Like, it was actually really good. I was obsessed with it, to be honest.
You were.
I was looking all the time, what's going on. Because it varies. Like, you can go 3 roads down and the houses are much more expensive.
And it also helps you when you're thinking of putting an offer in to know roughly how much it's gone for locally.
Yeah, so that was a big help.
So guys, another thing that would be quite helpful for you is having an independent surveyor and getting a home buyer's report. It actually ended up being very helpful for us because we ended up actually knocking $3,000 off of our offer.
Yeah, and that cost £450 to do initially.
Yes.
Yeah, and you get a really extensive report. It was like, what, 15 pages?
It was.
In depth. You start thinking, what are air bricks? And why do we have any? Should we have more? Definitely advise doing that. Next up, get all your monies in order. Now, at some point, you are going to be asked to transfer your deposit. In our case, it was £58,000.
Yeah, something like that.
How do you even do that? Where do you do it? Can you do it in one go? Do you need to go to the bank? Yes, you do. Make sure all your money is in one place, because you actually need to do it there and then. They'll be like, okay, you need to transfer the money now. And if your money is all in separate accounts, it can be a bit of a faff. And if you delay it a day or two, you can actually incur costs for delaying the process.
Yeah.
So when we say get your monies in order, it sounds simple. Yeah, my money's in my bank account. It needs to be in one account and you need to go to the bank and transfer it.
And especially with having to go to the bank to transfer it, that's where it's so helpful to have a joint account and just get it all in there.
Yeah, that is a big one. Next up, bills and life admin. Now, I'll run through some things such as address changing, bills for the new place, bills for the old place, and it just adds up. You've got to cancel all your old bills, sort out all your new bills, change your addresses for everything, hidden costs there as well.
Yeah.
To do this, again, we had a spreadsheet. As a running team here, I like a spreadsheet.
Love it.
But that helped, didn't it, you know?
Yeah, it was really helpful, and it just clearly laid out what we need to do and when.
Oh, I'm having flashbacks.
Oh, it's down. So next we have exchange and completion week. So I know these terms can be quite confusing for people.
Yeah.
But in terms of exchanging, that is when you give over the money or the minimum you need to send for the deposit.
Yeah, exchange of contracts is what it actually means.
Exactly. And then completing is when you actually get the keys for your house.
Yeah. So for us, that was on a Friday we exchanged.
Yeah.
The following Friday we completed. And in that time, that week, we transferred all the money, got things sorted, and yeah. Hectic week. You need that week off work.
Guys, you need that week off work.
Yeah, and you need all hands on deck. Ask people to help you everywhere. Anyone you can find.
Both places. Old place, new place.
Yeah. Next up, and this one is not that common, I don't think, and that is to contact the seller. I think the solicitors, what they do is they keep you and the seller from talking because they're worried about how that might get. But actually, if you can contact the seller, you can sell a lot of stuff much easier, much quicker, which is what we done, for example, with all the furniture. All the furniture that was going to be left was done outside of the contracts, which meant it was done much quicker, and we just gave them cash, didn't we?
Gave them an amount that was agreed, and it was so chill.
And we also asked them when we wanted to actually move and exchange and complete and everything, and they were on board, so we both pushed our solicitors to that date.
And to be honest, we were the ones that pushed it because it kind of seemed like...
You were like, we're moving on this date, and I was like, babe, I don't know if it works. Like, this date, we need a date.
No one was telling us the dates, so I was like, I'm just deciding it, and let's try and get everyone else aligned.
It was really good, babe.
But contacting the seller is a massive win, and you'll get answers a lot quicker if you manage to have that rapport with them. So next, guys, we have leaning on people, and it's such a...
I'm leaning.
Lean. Yeah. Lean on people, guys. When we say lean on people, we mean helping with the move on the day, unboxing things, money for a deposit, anything that people can help you with, and you'll be surprised at how much people want to help you as well.
Yeah, we had people that knew solicitors, we had someone that knew the mortgage broker. Ask people have gone through this process, they've used certain people can help you out, and then you can do the same for people when they're going through the same thing as you.
Correct.
So definitely lean. Go on, babe, lean in.
Oh, that feels well nice.
That does, doesn't it? So they are the 10 biggest things
that we learn.
Yeah, when moving house and buying our first home, and we hope that some of them can help you. Any comments, leave them down below. Any questions about the process, because we understand that there is a lot of questions that you may have.
And we're happy to help, guys.
Subscribe for more content. No, until the next one.
Self-care is important.
Bye.
Bye.
Ready? Croaker. Okay. Go on. Viewing houses, we're going to go is lean and bop. Go like, so we're balanced.